welcome to what will hopefully be my first full day of getting to get things done in here. Now, okay, let's start off with my first dilemma. Where to start? I've been doing little bits so far. I've been starting to, you know, clear cupboards, clear drawers and bookshelves and all these sort of things, which has been a slow process because due to the nature of this and the emotions involved, I get caught up in it quite a lot. You know what I mean? I find an old picture of my parents, or I find their birth certificates, their wedding certificates, my birth certificates, all these bits and bobs that I didn't know about, or I didn't know where they were. So it's been, that part has been very slow, and it's going to continue. But today I would really like to start to make a dent in some things. So let's talk through what the plan is. I should say as well that I'm very lucky because my wife has a plan. And we discuss everything. We discuss the ideas, but she has got an eye for this, for the decoration, for what it's going to look like. And she's very good describing it to me, and she knows what I'll like as well. If there's something that's maybe a little bit out there, she'll go, what do you think about this? And then sit and wait for a response. But 9 times out of 10, what she does is brilliant. So, let's start in here. The first part that I would really like to get started is this, the kitchen here. This all needs to come out. Everything needs to come out. Like I said, it's from the 80s. It is all from the 80s. It's been here for a long, long time. I used to sit on this counter as a child and get a row for sitting on the counter. But it all needs to come out, and it needs to air. It needs to vent, because it's 40 years worth of dust and possibly a little bit mold. I don't know. So it all needs to come out. It all needs to dry out. It all needs to air out. You can see on the floor here that it's a bit ruined. All the laminate's ruined because they had a flood a few years ago. I can't remember if it was a washing machine or the tumble dryer. The washing machine or the dishwasher, I can't remember. But they had a flood, and the floor got ruined. So that's bound to cause a little bit of damage there as well. So all of this has to come out. The other rooms, it's pictures coming down, wallpaper. These rooms, this through there is wallpaper. That's all it is. Flooring coming up. Same with the hall. In here as well. It's mostly, you know, things coming down. Pictures coming down. Pictures coming down is difficult. Pictures coming down is way more difficult than you would imagine. Because the person starts to leave. The character starts to leave. It starts to become an empty room. It's amazing how, when you take the pictures down, it starts to change almost immediately. Upstairs as well. One room's already cleared. Essentially that's now just needing wallpaper stripped and carpet ripped up. That's it. That's all one room needs. The other 2 bedrooms need a lot of work. There's still a lot of stuff to come out of them. That's where I get caught up. So, and one other thing, there's a big plant right behind in the garden right there, right kind of just behind that wall. That space there, I would like to, anything that I'm ripping down, I would like to put in there. I've got a big tarp. Oh, camera's falling. I've got a big tarp that I can put over it to keep it dry, so that when I am taking it to the recycling things, it'll be dry and I'll be able to transport it in my car. But I need to rip up that plant first to leave the space to do it. All of those things, one of those things I'd like to start today. Probably all 3 I'll start today. So let's get started. All of this needs to come out. But I have a strimmer, so let's see what happens. So it just comes on when it's plugged in. And this is just me clearing space for me to put stuff when I actually start the proper work. But I suppose this is kind of important. You kind of need a good plan. So this is the plan. shovel all this up, and then I have a place to start putting stuff from the kitchen, like the kitchen. That is a good bit of work done. Now, when I'm ripping out the kitchen, I can at least put it somewhere, you know, the cupboards and things. With the tarp, I can keep it dry, and then it should make it easier to take to the recycling as we do it. But that was years and years and years worth of growth. And now there is a pavement. Who knew? Okay, we're back in this room. And you may have noticed that I have been a little bit jumping about the place going, will I do this, will I do that, will I do this? So, we came up with a plan of, and this is going to sound radical, one room at a time. Take one room back at a time to generally the bare minimums. This is the room I'm furthest along with. Everything is virtually out of the room. A couple of things in the cupboards, but I'm not worried about them. Those are mostly old towels and things that I'm just going to keep because it'll be handy when, you know, painting, decorating, all those sort of things. There's a black bag there, but that's just the wallpaper that I already stripped. So we are going to rip up some carpet and then get started on the walls and things in here, because that is the plan. Look what we found that my mum kept. My very first pair of shoes. Look at those! Look at those little things. Ha! I mean, they don't look comfortable. They don't look comfortable at all. But that was the 70s. Lesson 1 learnt today while ripping up a carpet, although ripping up the carpet has been fairly easy. Either roll it as you go or just cut it into strips before you lift it, because trying to fold or roll a carpet, it's a pain. Oh, there we have one carpet ripped up and the underlay ripped up, revealing these beautiful wooden floorboards, which obviously I knew was there. Unfortunately, floorboards are not really what we're looking for, but look. They are beautiful floorboards, still in good nick, really. However, since it is going to be a growing young girl in here, I feel, and it's the living room that's below here, that all we'll hear is clompy, clompy, clompy if we didn't have something down on this. So it's definitely worth, unfortunately, covering up all these floorboards and having it carpeted. However, probably in our bedroom, we'll lift up all the carpet, we will reveal more of these beautiful floorboards, and then we will put down laminate flooring that looks like floorboards. Because that's what you do. Okay, next up. This is what will be, eventually, my daughter's room. But I've not even started properly doing anything here, but you can see the wallpaper's been up for a long time. It's just coming off. It's just coming off. So I'm hoping this means that I can strip this wallpaper fairly easily. He says as he can't get that bit off there. Look at that. That's half that wall stripped. With no steamer, with no not even a sponge of water to get it a little bit wet. Just a kind of dull scraper and a little bit of work. So that's, at least it bodes well for stripping this room, and to be completely honest with you, probably stripping most of the rooms, because I cannot remember the last time any of these were decorated. Until I can remember when one of the rooms were decorated. Me and my wife moved in here for a short period when we were saving up to get our first mortgage. as lots of couples did. So we lived here for about a year. So the room we were in, we redecorated. But that was 12 years ago. So that's been a while since even that room was done. But bodes well, but I'm really curious if on one of the rooms somewhere I find either my own handwriting as a child or a message from my mum and dad somewhere. That would be nice. That would be nice. But this was just a test. I just wanted to see a messy test at that. But I just wanted to see how well it came off. And it comes off easy. Hello. I have no idea the last time I filmed. This week's video is going to be a little bit, chaotic. I've been all over the place. I can't remember what I did last. I made the decision to concentrate on one room at a time. That has been a good decision. The room that I decided to start on was what is going to be Lillian's room. And my daughter, and I have completely finished it. I've completely done it. Did it in about a day and a bit. Carpet is up. Every bit of wallpaper is stripped off the walls. There was a little bit of black mold due to some bad bad seals at some of the windows. So I've dealt with all the black mold. That is all gone now. The windows are now resealed. So hopefully that shouldn't be an issue anymore. So this room is now a bare shell and ready to go. Ready to go. It's all good. The one thing that I found random, I can't remember if I said this before, but all the wall in here has been painted, not well, kind of like just an undercoat of paint. And two of the walls seem to have red paint underneath. I think probably the reason that it's been painted white is because maybe the red was shining through the wallpaper at some point. I'm guessing something like that. So now that room's done, I've got started on what will be my son's room. Marty. Now, it's a little bit smaller, not a lot, but a little bit smaller. But he came second. You snooze, you lose. He arrived later than Lillian. So the carpets all came up in that room. Now the first room, the wallpaper came up very, very, very easily. Let me just stand the camera here so I don't need to keep holding it. The wallpaper in Lillian's room came off really easy. I just had to take off essentially the first layer, which ripped off, and then the under bit of the wallpaper steamed off really, really easily. But the first bit I could almost rip off with my hand. It was really easy, which meant the other bit came off really easy. This room, however, has been very, very different, and this wallpaper that's up, this one here, it's kind of, it's very smooth and very difficult to come off. Even with the steamer, it comes off in bits. It comes off in tiny little bits. And then there's two layers. So there's the layer of this wallpaper, the paper part of this. Oh, that's off. Well, that came off in a big chunk. There's a paper part, and then it looks like there's an underlay of paper underneath there as well. So this wall here, this one wall here, it's taken me about 2 hours, 2 and a bit hours, and I've not even done the border that was at the top of it. And you can see on the ground it came up in bits. It came off in little bits. It's been a real pain. And I've got 3 more walls to do in here, and that's not even the biggest wall in here. The wall behind the camera right now is the biggest wall. So it's going to be a battle, this one. However, I should be able to get it done in the next day or two. I've got another couple of hours still I can work on right now. And then I'm back in here tomorrow for most of the day. Which is a Saturday. I'm not coming in on Sunday. I'm going to spend Sunday with my family, which is nice, And then I only have 2 more days next week, Monday, Tuesday, before I go back to work. So then it gets a lot more harder. It's going to be night times after work coming down here, and it's going to be any days I have off coming down and spending the majority down here as well. The biggest part though is getting things out, clearing the house is very, very, it's a big job, and it's an emotional job as well. I've constantly been finding things either that I haven't seen since I was a kid or things I didn't know, and it's been nice to see them. But it is a big job. It is a big job. But the thing is, next door now, and soon this one is ready to be decorated. It's ready to be decorated. All it is apart from one wall in that room, it's just plain white paper going up, and then we're painting it. So nothing, you know, nothing too major, really quite easy. We're getting carpet in here, we're getting carpet in there. I've got a company doing that, so I don't need to stress about that. And then it's just putting things in the room. So that's, you know, that once you get that done, it's fine. It's really quite, you take it in bits, and it's okay. But yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. I don't even know if I've got more to film for this week's video here. Don't even know if this has been any good. But make sure you're following the shorts that I put up on here as well. If you want a bit more sort of detailed, make sure you check out all the shorts on this channel as well, because they're a little bit more day to day. I promise I'll get better at filming this way for the main big vlog, the weekly vlog. I think there's going to be like daily shorts if I can. It's difficult to get it down to 1 minute. To keep us all up to date, and then a weekly kind of vlog of all of it. So what have I done today? It's been harder. It's been more difficult. I've got this second bedroom here completely cleared. It's been, I started this yesterday, I think you know already, but this was really difficult. It was really difficult. The wallpaper was really a real pain to get off. And then there was a lot of wall repairs and things as well. The dogs are here with me today. Say hello, doggies. There's Neville, and where's Merlin? Where are you? There you are. But that's this room done, so that's 2 bedrooms done. So 2 bedrooms done and ready. See, lots of wall repairs. 2 bedrooms done and ready for decorating. And now, ripping up the carpet on the landing. And it goes not just down the landing, it goes all the stairs are individually carpeted as well. It's going to be an effort. Day off today. Having a day off today. And this will be the end of sort of this vlog. I think this is how it's going to have to work for the longer vlogs. A little bit of the shorts mixed in with stuff that I've been doing because it's just easier to record it that way because I've only got one camera. Yeah, it's got a hard graft in front of us, but it's a good first week. Unfortunately, no more weeks going to be like that. I'm back to work, and I'm going to have to be doing stuff at night time after work if I've got time, as well as trying to keep all the channels going, keep a radio show going, keep a full-time job going, and look after 2 kids. Fun. Glad you're all joining me on the journey.